Igamani refuses to play, Russell Martin refuses to win, but Fog Football never refuses to talk about it. We'll come back to the channel, and it's time to hear what the Rangers fans have got to say. Going to assume there'll be a few Celtic fans in there as well, but St Mirren won, Rangers won, brutal, and I'm just sick of these fans react. Is there not going to be a Rangers fans react this season outside of the Pilsen 3-0 where it's going to be happy? It's going to be any of that?
Probably not. Reactions, feelings. There's many they could be feeling. They could be feeling anger. They could be feeling sorrow. They could be feeling misery. They could be feeling resentment, maybe, towards Rangers and Martin. But it's all negative shit. It's all negative feelings. But how could it not be? How could Rangers fans be in a positive mood? How could they be feeling good right now? I don't even think there's one positive. At least a couple of weeks ago, you could argue that despite still not playing great, they were on course to be in the Champions League. The Champions League, in my opinion, is as good as dead. And I don't see this Rangers team doing anything in the Europa League.
I think the last couple of years, the Europa League, it's always been good. Can't fault that. With Russell Martin, is there any hope to suggest that it's going to be good?
I don't think so. So you haven't even got that little comfort blanket that you can wrap around you and go, well, we might be shite domestically, but we're alright in Europe. Rangers aren't alright in Europe. They're going to be eliminated come Wednesday night. They ain't going to come back and beat Club Brugge. I am predicting that they'll go to the Scottish Cup in the quarter-finals, so they're not going to have an early trip to Hampden. Russell Martin might have an early trip to the job centre, but that's about it. It's a disaster. Never in a million years is this good enough. I think the guy's quickly becoming the worst Rangers manager in the history of the club.
Yeah, look at
I can't exactly remember.
What's the win percentage?
33%. That must be one of the lowest.
Aye, and there's no sign it'll get better.
But look at some of those wins. It's 3 wins. One of them was against Alloa. And you want to fucking count that?
Well, McCoy's counted a few, didn't he?
And, the other 2 were against, Panathinaikos and Pilsen. Not bad, but not great either, is it?
2 games you'd expect them to win, but then again, this is a game you'd expect Rangers to win. Motherwell's
a game. At the moment, I don't think you're expecting Rangers to win any games.
No, the damning thing is, right, the odds going into this game, St Mirren were 13-5, and Rangers were 21-20. That tells you all you need to know. When is that ever the odds?
Repeat those odds.
So St Mirren were 13-5, and Rangers were 21-20 on Bet365. When is it ever that? It's always 1-3. Rangers, and then St Mirren would be a bit more, but 6-1 or something.
On recent showings, I could in the last couple of times these 2 have played, I could certainly understand why Rangers would be better than 1-3, maybe around the 4-6 mark. But yeah, it's very unlikely. The only time you ever really get Rangers and Celtic above evens if they're not playing each other would be if they're against either Rangers, Hibs, Hearts, or Aberdeen, but when they're playing well, and even then, sometimes you'll see that Rangers or Celtic still be odds on away from home. So yeah, the fact that the bookmakers had them at 21-20 shows you that they weren't really confident, and I wouldn't have been confident. I don't think those odds are good enough. I wouldn't have stuck money on Rangers today. I stuck money on St Mirren.
Put it this way,
I didn't win.
Arsenal were evens yesterday, -1 against newly promoted Leeds. That's printing money.
Effectively the same odds Rangers were against St Mirren here. And who would you rather bet? Where would you feel more comfortable?
Some guy stuck $4,000 on Arsenal -1. Would you stuck $4,000 on Rangers?
Fuck no. I'd have stuck $4,000 on St Mirren.
Yeah, so crazy, folks. But
maybe you'd spend $4,000 to get rid of Russell Martin. How much is his compensation package?
I don't know, man. We went more than $4 million.
$4,000. Well, anyway,
is it $4 million?
Right,
let's
get into the comments here. Let's see what the fans are saying. It's not going to be happy, and I don't expect them to be.
Some guy called Alpha said, write a post laughing at Rangers on my behalf at Grok. This is automated. Said, haha, Rangers drawing 1 each with St Mirren. That's 3 straight ties to start the season. Looks like they're allergic to winning. Celtic fans are loving this. Wee emoji with a wink.
Grok's got it spot on.
Allergic to winning?
Fucking Grok knows more than Martin.
Called it ties though. That's an American thing.
True.
Yeah, tie man. Right.
Think Grok could be the new manager of Rangers?
Could be. He wouldn't do a worse job. A Rusty Soonest is a picture of Martin looking at his wee iPad with him looking at new jobs. I'd say it's pretty bang on the money, man, because this... See See the simpletons, and I'll call them that. See the people comparing this guy to Ange. They need to fucking hit the nail. They need to wrap it.
After match day 2, I guaranteed Celtic would win the league that year.
You did say, you actually, to be fair, you did say that Russell would win the league this year. You did say that. Before a ball was kicked.
Aye, before a ball was kicked. I quickly changed my tune after a ball was kicked.
Where were they finished now?
Fucking 4th.
No good, guys. Right, up next we got a meme of Shrek. Could you not drop points for 5 minutes? No. Dropping points is all Russell does. Sack Martin now. On behalf of the...
By the way, I mean, let's talk about the points here. So, unbeaten, but without a win. 3 points after 3 games. Would it be worse if it was a 1 win and 2 losses, do you think? What do you think, what would have Martin more under fire? If he had 1 win and 2 defeats, or do you think the 3 draws? Or do you not think it really matters? Do you think it's just a case of, it's 3 points?
Well, you know
what
I would argue is, I think if we beat Dundee, well, it depends, man. If we lost to Motherwell and Dundee, but today it clicked and we won like 6-0, I think you could at least see positives. There's no positives for 3 draws. I do believe we had a win and 2 defeats, you could spin it. Like, Ange lost, 3 at the first 6?
Could you argue it's getting worse because could you argue the last 2 draws Rangers have had to come from behind? Whereas at least they were beating Motherwell up until like late on. Could you make that case?
No, you could make that case, right. Big Mo, on behalf of all Rangers fans, please sack him tonight. It's not working. The tanker ain't turning. It's completely fucking stuck.
See, when they say it's like turning a tanker, they talk about the tanker from Metal Gear Solid 2 where it just sinks to the bottom of the fucking ocean.
It feels that way.
Is that the tanker that they're talking about?
Listen, honestly, man, Metal Gear.
Russell Martin, it can't be. I mean, did Russell Martin do a solo sneaking mission to get the Rangers job? Did he sneak in Ibrox and sign papers when someone wasn't looking?
See when Big Boss came back and he's like, keep you waiting, huh? I mean, how long am I going to wait in a fucking league title? Russell Martin?
Imagine Martin came out with those lines if he actually wins the game.
Metal Gear.
He beat Celtic, no, kept you waiting, huh?
What's the equivalent Metal Gear boss battle between Rangers and Celtic right now?
It'd need to be a slaughter, wouldn't it?
Is it like Big Boss versus the End?
That's probably, aye.
Sniper rifle, 100 years old, just lying there.
Probably, it'd be more like Metal Gear versus Grey Fox. Just fucking stamps on him, that's him dead.
Done. Right, sack him tonight. Sack him, you fucking cards. Russell Martin ball, people are happy. Like if you can see your team. It's a picture of the top 6, and my team's not there, so I can't like it. You can like it though.
The thing is, though, it could get even worse for Rangers because there's a few teams in the bottom 6 that have only played 2 games.
Yeah. I mean, the next 4 league games are Celtic and Hearts at home. But then Livy and Falkirk away.
But Rangers being 7th is like a false representation.
Yeah,
they very well could be lower than that.
No, I agree. NS says get him off tonight. Martin, 2 words, not good enough. That's 3 words, but here, I'll let you away with it. Season over, Rangers fans, it is. See if the board just hold their hands up and say they got it wrong and remove them. I'd respect them. Can't keep doubling down on this bullshit. I agree. They need to just accept it.
No, I don't get, right? People will make this argument, you can't keep sacking managers, and I 100% understand that, right?
But
that doesn't mean that. See, just because you've kept sacking managers in the past, and it's like a bad trend, and it's not something you want to do. Does that mean that you should then stick with a manager that just looks clearly out of his depth? I don't think so. What I think you could argue is there previous managers that Rangers have sacked in recent history that they should have gave longer? I think you can certainly argue. I think you can argue a case to that. Yes.
No, see if you look at it right.
But just because Rangers were too trigger happy in previous seasons, I don't see why that should buy Russell Martin something.
See if you look at Gio, right? I'm not saying it was a reactionary sacking because he did. I wanted him sacked at the time. Looking back though, by God, I wish they kept Gio, right? But see if you look at Gio, sacked after only being 7 points behind. Beale, I think, was 9. Clement, out the cup. Disaster of a season. Each sacking, it's taking more to get him sacked. We're seeing that.
Fucking Stewart got sacked for less.
He did. But
people wanted me to talk about that, but here there's more. We're currently watching a team in blue called Everton.
They're actually playing all right.
They're playing no bad. It's just a shame the team that you want to play well in blue are shite.
Honestly, but I think with the 49ers, it might just be a case of, are they going to think like the old board? When do you think he's sacked? Does he see September?
Do you not think there's like
Wake me up?
But do you not think
when September?
Do you not think there is like
wake me up with me?
Do you not think there is some sort of like unwritten law though where it's just too early to sack a manager? And I'm not saying we're still at that case, but I know you've been saying for a couple of weeks, get rid of him, But do you not think there is like a certain time where it's like, no, that's too early? But I think we're getting very close to the point where Russell Martin can be sacked. I think after the draw against Dundee, as bad as it was, I still think that's too early into his career. But I think we are getting to the point now.
If Celtic win comfortably, I think he's away.
I think the Celtic game can decide his career.
If he loses 2-1, I still think he's got to go. Well, obviously he's got to go, but I think if it's a close game and he loses it, they'll keep him. But I think if Celtic win like 3-1 or like 4-1 or something, or 3-0, then...
Do you think maybe Martin's thinking, maybe, this might be negative, but do you think he could be at the point where he's thinking, you know what, maybe I'll just take a Celtic win and get this nice compensation package and get the hell out of here? I'm not cut out for this job.
Maybe. But I'll tell you what, man, this feels like his last chance as well. I don't see him getting another job. That's good.
He'll get a job, but I think he'll definitely need to rebuild his career.
But the difference is, if he was successful at Rangers, he could have definitely gone on to great things. Could have
gotten back into the Premier League.
The only way he'll get into the Premier League is if he manages a club into the Premier League. And guess what? He won't be fucking doing that. So...
he's no good, is he?
We'll move on. You can sack him, and you'd be right to, but how can we expect you to pick the right one this time? Well, I mean, that is a true point. Will they pick the right one? Stephen Robinson. That's who I'd go for.
I'd go for Stephen Robinson.
Well, I mean, my numero uno pick would be Kevin Muscat, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to go near him, so I'd pick Stephen Robinson.
What's the guarantee, though, he's going to be good? Do you know what I mean? I just don't really understand it. Like
Kevin Muscat? I like his style. I've looked into it. Due to the amount of managers being sacked, the amount of links the guys had.
People like Clement's style, though, before he came.
Who did? I never said I did, though.
Oh, come on. People thought Clement was going to be the saviour. Oh, it's a proven winner. He's won stuff.
What's Martin won? Best vegan sausage roll of the year or something?
Woo!
Right. This is the best part. The after-game comment says PJ Poppins. Do you agree with that?
I always enjoy it. It's getting a bit repetitive now. We're used to seeing Rangers, be shite every game. That the meltdowns are happening more frequently. It's not as good when it happens every week.
Don't accept that Ibrox shouldn't be empty. Make noise and fix this. It's our turn to make noise and send him. He must go. Oh, Boyd said it'll be toxic next week. Can you imagine next Sunday if Rangers get beat?
No.
And also we've got, it's still 2,500 away fans, isn't it?
Aye.
It's going to be some mental atmosphere, I'll tell you that for free.
I tell you what, Russell Martin, these next two games, I almost think the Champions League, he's got a free roll of the dice in that. I think people have accepted that they're out, but he still needs to have a respectable scoreline in Belgium. I don't think he can lose like 5-0 to Club Brugge, because that would be embarrassing, and that would further pile the pressure on him. But let's say he does pull off like some sort of amazing comeback. See if Martin can beat Club Brugge and get Rangers into the Champions League and then beat Celtic. I'm not saying that his bad start would be forgotten about, but it kind of almost would in a way.
I wouldn't.
But I don't see either of those results happening.
It doesn't matter what he does again. Say Rangers beat Club Brugge, right, 1-0. Right, beat them 1-0. What does that actually do? Because you're still at the Champions League, and no one's going to take anything.
No, I never said. I said if they can go through. You're saying Martin out, but see if he gets through and he gets into the Champions League. See if he beats Club Brugge 3-0 and then has a similar scoreline against Celtic. Let's say Martin wins the next 2 games 3-0. Don't think it'll happen. Like, I'm convinced it won't. But if it does,
I'd still want him out.
You'd want him sacked after the Celtic game.
I would, yeah.
If he beats Club Brugge and Celtic both 3-0.
Yeah, because the damage is done.
Fucking harsh.
Harsh? Aye, harsh. I'll tell you about harsh. The guy should be away. He shouldn't have the opportunity for these 2 games. Now, it won't happen because he won't win those 2 games. So let's be fucking real about it. But see if you said to me right back about mid-July, Russell Martin's going to be in a situation at the end of August where he needs to overturn a 3-1 deficit to Club Brugge and beat Celtic just to be 3 points behind Celtic and in the end of the Champions League. You'd be like, what the fuck happened? Like, how were they so far behind Celtic? And that's the problem. I mean, but I think if you look at Europe, just by itself, if you exclude it for the rest of the domestic shit, I don't think Europe's been alright. Yeah, 3-1 against Bruges at home's unacceptable, right? But that Bruges could beat us 3-1 and you wouldn't bat an eyelid. It was the manner of how it happened. It's the domestic games for me that are a big, massive problem. Big, massive no-no, and that's it. You know, so much emphasis on this 49er takeover and the Champions League money, and they've gave it to this guy.
Yeah, I feel like because it's this new era at Rangers, you almost feel like they have to give Martin more time. Do you not think, like, if this was the previous board, Martin might have already been gone by now?
Potentially, but then they kept Clement a long time, didn't they? But
do you not think because of this new era, though, that might actually buy Martin even more time?
Yeah.
The 49ers won't want to begin this. No, they won't want to begin their reign at the club by sacking a manager, like, a couple of months into the new season.
4 months before July to find a replacement, the best you come up with is Russell Martin. That is true, man. I mean, Clement went in February. We'd be better off with Barry. I'll hold my hands up. I said I'd rather Martin over Barry. See right now, give me Barry. I'm sorry, Barry. Barry.
And Gerrard certainly doesn't want to come back, no?
Apparently he held talks with the 49ers. Not recently, like back when it was fake.
I wonder what... Do you think Barry needs to pipe down a wee bit, though? Do you think Barry Ferguson should be willing to accept a role as like a coach or like even an assistant manager? But I know he's come out and said he wants nothing but he'd only take the manager's job. Because I remember there was rumours about keeping Barry Ferguson on as the assistant.
Yeah, I know, but
he was like, nah, he's not interested in that.
But see, I think if you give Barry Ferguson 20 odd million to spend, he spends it better.
Well, I think if you give Barry Ferguson 20 million, I believe that Lennon Miller's a Rangers player right now. I think Barry Ferguson would be more likely to buy within the league.
I think yes,
because he's Scottish.
I think Lennon Miller, James Penrice.
Whereas I think with Russell Martin or like a Fleet Clement, actually, you know what? I would say if Fleet Clement was the Rangers manager, there would be more chance of him signing Martin than there would be more chance of him signing Lennon Miller than there would Russell Martin, because at least Clement would have been in the league almost a year, and he would have seen Lennon Miller and he would have been impressed by him. Yeah. I just don't think. See, when Russell Martin came in, to me that was your chances of signing like a Penrice or a Lennon Miller done, because you just think that he's just not going to go down that route. He's not going to go down the domestic Scottish route. He's more likely to go to his wee beloved English Championship or whatever down south.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I think that if you give Barry Ferguson 20 million, even Shankland, who's to say Shankland wouldn't be a Rangers player right now?
He might be.
If you had a Barry Ferguson in charge of the club, I just believe that Barry would have been more willing to go down that that Scottish route, that domestic route.
No, absolutely.
But I think you look at the teams in Scotland, and I think for most teams you can pick out a few players minimum that would get in the Rangers squad.
Absolutely, 250 viewers on the match review premiere.
Yeah, but do you not remember times where?
What if I was born at Barisic?
Do you not remember times where you'd look at the teams outside the league, and there was not even one player you'd take in the Rangers team?
Yeah.
Remember when Rangers actually had a good team, and it was like maybe only like a Hibs or Hearts or something would have maybe one or two players that would go on the bench.
Yeah.
So like, see when you look at teams down the bottom of the table, I think there's players that you could argue would start for Rangers, or if not start, at least make the bench.
No, I know it's ridiculous. I mean, honestly, you could go through every single team, right? And I could probably name you a player that
you would take.
That I would take. I'm not even taking the piss, man. I look at Falkirk. Yeah, the easy name to go to might be like Scott Arfield. I'd take fucking Brian Graham over Danilo.
course, fucking 100%.
Yeah, and that's sad that I actually have to turn around and fucking say that, man, but I would.
I think you'd take a Yunga in Mandarin over Danilo.
Yeah.
I think you'd take Gogic at centre back.
Yeah, and of course, yeah, go.
Bacchus. I think you would take Bacchus over Rothwell. 100% you would.
Fucking take Mo Silva if you levy. You know what I mean? That's fucking...
Boyle?
Kieran Boy?
You look at all these... I mean, you look at...
I don't know if I'd take anyone for Aberdeen, though.
Well, they are a bit shite, like. Would you take Adam Adair?
No, I wouldn't take him, but...
No. Well, are we getting into more comments here, or what? How are you giving up?
Stephen O'Donnell. Let's see here. Someone called it AA. The wheels have fallen off. Well, it wasn't a defeat, but we can try to start playing from the first whistle, not when we go behind. Get players who want to wear the badge with pride. That's just a fucking fake AI comment. Load of pish, man. No buying that for 3 seconds. Someone's actually bothered their arse to type that. That's cringe.
Maybe it was Martin's burner account. Do you reckon Beale's still on Twitter?
I was going to say, Beale's the only guy that kind of did that. Let's see here. Sack him.
Here, you talk about managers that were sacked too early. Michael Beale didn't deserve to go.
Nah, I want him gone though. Nah, Beale's a rat. Good win percentage, I'll give him that.
Who would you take? See if you had the chance to swap Beale in for Russell Martin right now, would you do it?
No.
No?
No.
Why do Rangers fans hate Michael Beale?
Because it's two different sides of the same coin, that's why.
Hold on. One of them's got the best win percentage in Rangers history, and the other one's got the worst. I mean...
But they're both pricks, you know what I mean? One's not a vegan though. He'd be that. I'll give him that. Grand old team finds it funny.
I'll tell you what, you can call Michael Beale a car salesman. I wouldn't buy anything off Russell Martin. I think if Russell Martin sold you a car, it would break down before you drove it out the lot.
Some guy tweeted 1-1. We lose an early goal, equalise last 15 minutes, then RM comes out and tells us how much the players will grow and want the ball. He tweeted that last night, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, I predicted 2-1 submitted. What'd you predict?
Either 2-1 or 1-0. I think it was 2-1.
So we went both. We got it wrong. Maybe a point should be alright. And Shambles, get him the fuck going now. More chance of me winning a game of football in charge of Glasgow Rangers and Russell Martin. Yeah, I'm not even taking the piss, man. I think any Rangers fan would have led Rangers to more points this season. Do you not think so? Tactics go to the fucking windy, man. You would just be roaring at them. And I think that's what we're going to do. Current mood, that's pretty much it. He doesn't look too good. That's pish. Cry more. He's finding it funny. And that is where we're going to end it. Closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. Fuck me.
I've got a feeling there'll be 2 replicas of this on Wednesday night and this time Sunday.
Might just upload the same vid.
Aye, I think that'll do.
I mean, why the fuck not? It could be bad. Next Sunday...
No, but you're right. I think Russell Martin, he needs to get Rangers in the Champions League and beat Celtic. That's how drastic it is for the turnaround. You know what? I'll hold my hands up.
I think right now, I think fans would just take beating Celtic.
No, they would, but I think in order to do a complete 180, he would need to get Champions League football and beat Celtic. And I think
I agree. I do think that I think beating Celtic would buy him another week. Or something.
The Hearts beat him. We'll buy him international break.
But he's only got himself to blame. The pressure's on him, and that's what happens when you're delivering these... I wouldn't even call these results. Like, you know, normally when you say someone's delivering results, you just kind of associate that term with, like, positive results, but these are shocking.
And it's the fact that players are coming out and borderline celebrating a draw. Oh, like, we fought back and we got a point. A point in Glasgow's... I mean, see in the Old Firm, when's a point good? It's only good
if you're winning the league and you've got a gap that you want to maintain.
Aye, but that's it.
Here,
but even if Celtic,
a point for on paper, right? A point for Celtic should be good because A, they're already 6 in front, and B, they're having to go away from home. But I think Celtic would be massively disappointed with a point
next week. Yeah,
because they're going to think, all we managed to do was get the same point that Dundee, Motherwell, and St Mirren have got.
Yep.
I mean, fucking Dundee went Tybrox and got a point. So, I mean, Celtic aren't going to be... If Celtic get a point, they're going to look at that as 2 points dropped again.
I'm going to need to install a couch behind the couch because I'm spending too much time behind the couch watching this team, man. It's fucking trash. It's tragic.
Couches upon couches.
Aye. Anyway, guys, that's
Fucking
it.
Russell Martin, he'll find himself back in the couch and his Rangers career, that won't be lasting much longer, can't?
No. Who's going to last longer, Igamani or Russell Martin?
Russell Martin.
Fuck, Igamani must be going tonight then.
Aye, Igamani. But I don't know, man. Even Igamani, I think his value's dropped big time.
Martin's threw him under the bus.
Raskin?
It's fucked their value.
I mean, fucking people were saying Raskin, 25, 40 million. I don't think you get half of that right now.
No, I agree. He will not be getting called up for Belgium.
See the sellable assets Rangers have, or should I say had, their value's plummeted.
Yeah. Absolutely. Right, we're done. That's it. Player ratings soon. A lot of zeros. A lot of zeros in there.